A Tiger from Malgudi is a 1983 novel by R.K. Narayan, narrated by a tiger named Raja, who tells the story of his life, including his quiet old age in an enclosure at the Malgudi Zoo. Raja reflects nostalgically on his days in the wild before humans captured him, while also recognizing the calm, contemplative life that captivity has unexpectedly given him. By giving Raja a voice and inner life, the novel affirms the feelings and experiences of animals, who are often overlooked by those who can find them, and encourages a spirit of nonviolence between humans and other creatures. The story opens with Raja recalling his early life in the Indian jungle. As he grew strong, he claimed his natural place at the top of the food chain, remembering how other animals feared him. Most of his youth unfolded in the vast forest of the Mempi Range. Though powerful and occasionally ruthless, Raja was not a cruel tyrant. He demanded respect from the jungle's inhabitants and punished those who challenged him, while freely hunting for food. At the same time, he sometimes showed sympathy toward weaker creatures. His sense of dominance is shaken one day when a tigress confronts his arrogance. The two engage in a fierce battle and prove evenly matched, nearly killing one another. A clever jackal intervenes, urging them to talk instead of fight. Taking his advice, they speak and unexpectedly form a bond. Their friendship grows into partnership, and they eventually raise cubs together. Tragedy strikes when hunters kill their 3 cubs. Consumed by grief and rage, Raja begins stalking human settlements, attacking livestock in revenge. His campaign ends when he is captured by a circus owner known as Captain, who runs a traveling show. Captain and his wife Rita train Raja to perform tricks for audiences. In his most famous act, he drinks milk peacefully beside a goat. One day, however, instinct takes over and Raja kills the goat during the performance. Furious, Captain removes him from the show. Soon afterward, a film director named Madan approaches Captain, hoping to feature the tiger in a movie. After lengthy delays that test Madan's patience, filming finally begins. In one scene, Raja must stage a mock fight with the strongman Jagu, who is terrified of him. During filming, Captain angers Raja and shocks him with a cattle prod. The punishment backfires. Instead of subduing the tiger, it provokes him. Raja retaliates and kills Captain, throwing the film's set into chaos before escaping. Raja eventually reaches the city of Malgudi, wandering through its streets and frightening the residents. Yet he no longer wishes to dominate humans through violence. He only hopes to regain his freedom. Curious about human life, he explores cafes, shops, and other buildings. Following a group of children, he even enters a school and falls asleep in the headmaster's office. When he wakes, the staff are terrified and call for help. A man named Alphonse arrives with a gun but hesitates to enter. Soon after, a spiritual teacher, known simply as the Master, appears and tries to calm the crowd outside the office. Alphonse drinks too much rum before attempting a rescue and quickly passes out. The Master then enters the office alone. To Raja's surprise, he can understand the Master's words, something he cannot do with other humans. The Master calmly instructs Raja to walk out with him, and the tiger obeys, astonishing everyone present. From that moment on, Raja and the Master travel across India, sharing a philosophy of nonviolence. They eventually settle for a time in a mountain cave, where many visitors come seeking the Master's guidance. One day, a woman arrives and demands that the Master return to the family he abandoned. He answers that he has become a different person, just as Raja is no longer a creature ruled by violence. Saddened, the woman leaves. As years pass, Raja grows old. Hunting becomes difficult, and he struggles to defend himself. Wanting to care for his companion, the Master invites a zookeeper from Malgudi to visit them. The zookeeper proves kind and trustworthy, offering to look after Raja in the town's zoo. The Master gives Raja one final task: to live in the zoo and bring joy to visiting children. There, he will no longer need to hunt and can continue his peaceful life. The two old friends part with affection. The master tells Raja that their spirits will meet again when their physical bodies are no longer needed. The novel concludes with this philosophical harmony between human and animal, suggesting that all living beings can strive toward peace. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.